Good. And we go back to the alphabet and let's see what's next. So we had A, O, U, B, K, D, E, F, G, H, I, U. And we go to this one. This one here is J, J. This is not J, and this is not E. So this one sort of copies the French model. It's like French Jacques. Okay, J. This one is Ka, we call it, but you won't find it in too many words. It's not that common. L, just L, okay. M, N, O, and then you have P, Q, R. R is normal R, not French R, not German R, I don't know, like English R a bit maybe. Brown R. Okay, so which you know, and then we go to this one. This is another special one, and this one is like shh in hush, hush, hush. Okay, and you probably have seen this before, I think. Let's write it to next to our other special letters. Okay, so it's specific to our language. Sh, sh, like sharpen, sharpening something. Okay, or you could also say acoperish, which means a roof. Sure. Okay, good. And then we have tu, and then we also have su. And I think you've seen su before as well, because maybe people already taught you how to say mulțumesc, su, like in mulțumesc, as in thank you. Okay. This one is like pizza, the same sound as in pizza. Now this is what I hear actually. It's a pizza. Okay, good. These are all. Sorry, I don't know why I do this, but anyways, you get. So these are all the special sounds in Romanian. So maybe let's repeat them. And then we have O. No, let's start from the beginning. Please repeat after me. O. Okay, so the first one again. O. Perfect. The second one. You're doing very good with honestly. Your was better than your which is rare. Very well. Good job. Okay, and this one again, you remember? Same, no? So again? Exact. Very well. And then, good. And then you have this one. This one. Exact. Bravo. Okay, and the last one is very well. Okay. Good. Bravo. Good job. Okay, and now let's see. We're finished with this part of the alphabet, and I would like us to write some words that you will help me read. So let's see. I want to say I will write like this. Okay, so an easy one. How do I read this one?
Telephone.
Okay, bravo, foarte bine. What about this one?
Lampă.
Foarte bine, bravo. Lampă. Corect. Very well. Okay. What about this one?
Cântec.
Cântec. Very well. This one?
Cântec.
Very well, all of you. Okay, this one is a song. Kuntek.
Da.
Okay, so I think we're clear. So far, so good. We're okay. Can we go to the groups now?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good. I will remind you about all these sounds at some point, and when we start next time, we'll just revise them super fast. You will get used to them. They are not that difficult if you ask me. People survived all these sounds, so you'll be okay. Let's now see the special groups. Grupurile speciale. Grupurile speciale de sunete. Now this will be special groups of sounds.
Mhm.
Okay, so you've probably seen this. You've seen this before.
Ce faci?
Yes.
Ce faci?
Yeah, but
Ce faci? How are
Ce
you?
faci?
Ce faci? Could also be what are you doing? Well, you have this group, da, and you also have this group, she, che, chi, and you will see we also have je,
G.
ji.
G. Agi.
Che, chi, je, ji. These are very important because when you look at, for example, if you look at the word, this one, right? If you see castle, you Jessica, you don't say castle. You read it castle, cook. But when you have cook, that is followed by I or E, it becomes ch. I don't know how to form this. Let's say it becomes chi, che, and I will write here it becomes like ch in cherry. We all know cherries, right? So actually when you add this I or E afterwards, it completely changes, right? And you don't have any more, you don't have k anymore, but you have the softer sound ch. Now, like cherry, this is the sound you get ch, this one. Okay. Good. Now, let's see some examples. I will write them and you help me read. How do I read this one?
Czas.
Chas.
Yes.
Very well. You know the meaning of chas?
Da.
Watch.
It's a watch.
It's clock. Very
Clock.
well. It's a clock or watch. Very good. Okay. Chas. But what if I say, wait, this one? How do I read this one?
Cireșe.
Yes.
Okay.
Cereșe.
Okay. Cireșe. So I will never read this one cireșe. I will never read this one cireșe. This is cireșe, like in cherry. That's to remember it like that. Okay. Now let's see what happens to. So if I write this name, how do I read this one?
George.
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 Okay, you killed me, guys.
George. George.
Yes, George. George. Yeah.
George.
You remember the
In
rule?
English, George.
So it's in English, George. It's
George.
almost like English, but you have to say the final
George.
E. So it's gonna be George.
Da.
Now,
George.
George is the same. If you have G followed by E or I, you obtain a softer J, like in, maybe like in how, what example should I give you? like in maybe this gem in English, like this gem. Uh, Gem means in English like a jewel, right? Or like in cherry, not cherry, the
If
mouse
we have
cherry.
two G in one word, then the other G will be sound like J, right?
I didn't catch you. Can you repeat, please?
I am saying that if we have two G in one word, the other G we will say J.
If you have two G's,
Yes, like in George,
you
the
have
first
to
G we
say
are saying.
yes. You have to say them both, and if they are both followed by E or I, you are going to say J instead of G. And yes, you have to read everything. In Romanian, you actually read all the sounds that you see. So you have to read everything that you see, as in J or J. Yeah.
What
it
if
doesn't
the
matter how
E and
many
I is
G's.
not? What if there is no E and I? Then how we will pronounce it?
There's no E and I there. Let's imagine we're going to have a hen. A hen in Romanian, we say
Găină.
exact. You have
Găină.
găină. See, you don't
Găină.
have any E or I there afterwards, right? Afterwards. So then you say go. Normally go. Now găină. And that's it.
Găină.
Okay. Now let's see what happens with kigegi. So, okay. Ki.
K-E-T.
Yeah.
Gay.
Now here, we have this. Actually, I think we borrowed this from Italian, like chiara, right? Bruschette. Okay, we borrowed this from Italian language, so you can see that we do not have E or I right after the CG thingy, so you have H there. H is stopping your sound. I imagine H here like a sound stopper. So when you see these ones, you have the normal kg. So if I'm writing now this name, how am I reading this one?
George.
George.
Exact, it's George right
George.
now. This one is George.
Gheorghe.
George, aici, George, George. Well, this one is George.
George.
Exact.
Gheorghe.
Exact.
George.
Bravo. Foarte bine. Good job. You're very well. Okay. What if I want to eat this type of food?
Keftele.
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 Ifle.
Kiftele.
Keftele. Meatballs.
Kiftele.
Keftele.
Kiftele. Kiftele. So, Kiftele. By the way, if you don't know where your accent is, I also told your colleagues before. So when you don't know where to place the accent, you go to this website. I will copy, by the way, everything I'm writing in this word. I'm saving and I will send it to you after we finish our meeting. Now, when you don't know where the accent of a word is placed, you have to go to this website, dexonline.ro, and you go and write. Let's say we write Kiftele, and you can see that you have Kiftel, Kiftele. So it's not Kif. It's not Kif. It's Kiftele. So here you find your accent. It's going to be underlined here. Now, for example, if you want to search for a cat, pisico. And you can see that this is underlined. I will come here also later because you will see that this Dex Online, this dictionary online is a very important tool, and you can find here also the gender of the nouns. You can see this one is a feminine, for example, and you can also find the plural form, which is very tricky. We're going to learn about this later. Now I will copy Dex Online link and I will copy to your Word that I'm sharing later. Now, let's go back to our exercises and I will show you some words and we have to read them together. Okay. I was so afraid that we are going to be 100 people or something, but I see that we are 56. Okay, good. Let's see special groups. Okay, and let's see what we've got here. You have to help me read, of course. You can see this properly? Severina?
Yes.
Да.
Great. Awesome. Let's start with the first one.
Чашка.
Чашка.
Чашка. Чашка.
Hear me out. Чашка.
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 Very well. Good job. The next one. This one.
Dolce.
Okay, this was here. Dulce. Bravo. Dulce. Dulce. Dulce, da? Dulce. Bravo. We go here again. Let's hear.
Orce.
Орче.
Orce.
Orange.
Noi orez orce. Orce. Orce.
Okay, the next one.
Chair.
This one.
Chair. Chair.
Chair. I'm still at chair.
Chair.
Sky. Sky. Okay, now we go to the cherries. I already heard someone saying
Cherries.
those. So again. Bravo, all of you. Very well. Very well. Cherries. What about this one?
Aici.
I'm not saying aici.
Aici.
Why am I stopping? Why do I just say aici?
Here. Aici.
I see.
The chair. No, it's
Here.
correct to say aici. I'm just asking. Who knows? Cine știe?
It's an acceptance.
Because it's not
Aici.
Roman people, they say I.
Okay, pay attention
It's
to
not
me.
double
I will
I
explain.
because of this.
Wait for me.
It's not double I.
I'm going to explain you what's going on. So if you look here, aici. No, here, aici. And if you look this one. Can you read
București.
this one?
București.
Are we going to say
Bucharest.
No.
Bucharest.
Accent.
Bucharest. This is a very important rule. If you find a final I, like you have E,
It's so silent.
and before this final I, you have a consonant, like B, K, D, D, not a vowel, a consonant. Consonant plus final I is going to mean that your final I is silent. Well,
Silent.
actually, we have to say that it's kind of half muted.
Half.
What I mean by half muted is something that foreigners usually tell me I'm crazy, but it is something that you say
Silent.
because when you say Bucharest, you're not stopping like Bucharest. You're not like that super angry. You have a soft whisper after words. So that's why we call this in grammar. Yes, it's softer and somehow sweeter. You don't completely stop at t, and that's it. But you say Bucharest. And that's a soft whisper afterwards. So that's why we call this in grammar or in usually in linguistics that this is a half muted final I. This is going to happen only if you have, pay attention, I said if you have a consonant before. There are some exceptions, a tigru, tigri we will see later and deshti. But usually if you have a consonant before, in 95% of the cases, your final I is going to be half silent or just silent if you cannot say that whispers that I was telling you about. Now, when it comes to a vowel, for example, think in terms of money. Now, leu, doi, lei. I hear this, no? Leu, lei. That's not muted, okay? Why it's not muted? Because here I have a vowel.
With vowel.
Exactly. Now, this is something to be remembered. Doi, lei, no? By the way, this means this is.
Excuse me,
Yes.
is it doi or doi?
It's
Doi.
doi.
Doi
That's
lei.
a problem that we're going to learn very, very soon when I'm going to torture you a little bit with gender. It's going to be doi lei because this is masculine. If it was, for example, cats, it will be feminine, so it's going to be the opposite.
Feminine.
The opposite.
Exactly. So it's something that is connected to gender. I won't talk about gender
Yeah,
today.
masculine, feminine, neutral.
Exactly. Okay, so we've got lion here, or we've got what you probably already know as Romanian currency or money. Okay, bun, bine, continuăm. So I stopped because I was telling you a little bit about aici and why aici was not aici, because could still consider the consonant here. Okay, let's go to the next one here.
China.
Very well.
China.
China. Foarte bine, bravo.
China.
China. Okay. What about this one here?
Picior.
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 Picior. Foarte bine. Picior. Bravo.
Picior.
Okay. What about this one?
Ninja.
Bravo. Foarte bine. Ninja.
Ninja.
Now you remember our friend? How do you read it?
Georgia.
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 Okay, George. Așa, foarte bine. Okay, what about this one?
Gem.
Jam.
Foarte bine.
Gem.
Gem. It's like gem in English anyways. That's where it was borrowed. What about this one?
Jam.
Jam. Foarte bine. What's the difference between John și fereastră? Any clue what's the difference between I will write? So anyone
Jam
has
is the
any
glass.
idea? Exact. Bravo.
Jam is referring to
Jam.
a thing.
Fereastră. Jam it's mostly the glass. While fereastră is more window. Okay, it's also something super related to etymology because jam comes from Turkish language, while fereastră that you might also find very close fenster in German comes from Latin language. But because we had two terms for the same thing, this one got specialized for glass, generally like the fabric. You will see, and you probably understood this already, Romanian language has a lot of Slavic influence, Turkish influence, and it's very interesting. It's like a mosaic of languages, and it's beautiful. Okay, so I think you will find a lot of things that you can relate to, maybe connected to the other languages that you know. and also connected to English. Good. Let's continue to read our words. We finished with John and we are at this one. Can you read this one to me, please?
Giraffe.
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 Giraffe. Forte bene. Okay,
Giraffe.
what about this one?
Vagina.
Pagina. Pagina.
Okay, vagina. The accent
Vagina.
is here on ah.
Vagina.
Vagina.
Pagina.
Vagina.
Pagina.
Okay,
Vagina.
good. What about this one?
Ginnastica.
Gimnastica.
Forte bene. Ginnastica. Forte bene. Correct. This one?
Argent.
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 Forte bene. Bravo. Argent. What about this one? How do I read this one?
Kef. Kef.
What's
Kef.
the meaning of kef?
Chef.
Except for mood. Kef means two things in Romanian language. You might have heard people saying "am kef," kef. This will mean I am not in the mood. Okay, but kef, in some cases, kef could also mean like a party. It could be a party.
Yes.
Okay, kef. When we continue with our words, we are at this one, a pair. How do you read this one?
Pereche.
Pereche.
Foarte bine. Pereche.
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 Okay, we go to the ear now. This one.
Ureche.
Ureche. Ureche.
Bravo, așa, ureche.
Ureche.
Bine.
Ureche.
Corect. Foarte bine.
Ocular.
Bine.
Ocular.
Ochelari.
Ocular.
Bravo. Foarte bine. E perfect. This one.
Chiar.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Yeah.
What about this one here?
Oak.
Very well. Someone heard it without the emphasis on the final I. So here, because this H is muted, this just stops the sound. My final I here is kind of half muted, so it's ok.
Oak.
With a soft whisper that I was telling you at some point. Da, ok. Un ok, doi ok. This is the form for both singular and plural. Good. Very well. What about this one?
China.
Tina.
Don't say China, please.
China. China.
Okay, very well. Good. Now we've already talked about the meatballs. Can you say it again for me?
Kiftele.
Bravo.
Kiftele.
Very well. Good job, all of you. What about this one?
Gheață.
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 Bravo. Foarte bine. Gheață. Perfect. Some of my favorite words. This one.
Înghețată. Înghețată.
Good. Înghețată.
Înghețată.
Înghețată. Very good. Good job. I'm hearing a kid, right? Okay. Good. What about this name? You remembered I will skip the geisha. Give me this one.
Geisha. Geisha.
No, I skipped the geisha.
Geisha.
Give me the name.
Gheorghe.
Bravo. Foarte bine. Gheorghe. Bravo.
Gheorghe.
Okay, we go to this one.
Gheșetoare. Ghecetoare.
Ghicitore.
Ghicitore. Very good.
Situare.
Okay, this one.
Unghie.
Unchi.
Unghie.
I
Unghie.
also,
Unghie.
yes, someone said it correctly. I also have to hear the final A there. Unghie.
Unghie.
Exactly. Exactly. Next one here.
Just done.
Just done.
Ghiozdan.
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 And the last one?
Trayonghe.
Trayong.
Trayonghe.
Crayon.
Trayonghe.
Crayon.
Crayon.
Trayonghe.
Okay,
Crayon.
that's great. Okay, so far so good. You okay? You understand all the sounds?
Yeah.
Trayonghe.
Good, perfect.
Yes.
So what you have to remember, now just to revise, we have usually our alphabet is similar to the English alphabet, but we have the special letters and sounds that we've seen before. Sorry, and we also have and su. And we have the special groups, che, chi, je,
Ge.
and the special groups that stop that sound, ke, ki, ge,
Ge.
ge. So this is what we had so far. One more rule that you have to remember before I go to the next part, which is the verb to be, you have to remember that if your word, and keep in mind Bucharest, if your word is ended in I, the final I will be silent or half silent, half muted if there is a consonant before, and this will happen in most cases. One more important thing to be remembered is that we do not have, how can I say, we do not have normal rules, proper rules for accent. So you won't know exactly where the accent is placed. Like we've seen before, you have to either listen to a lot of Romanians talking or listen to, I don't know, just the news, the radio, whatever you can listen, even if you don't understand it, to create intuition of the language, definitely for you. And also check the Songline, the website I showed you. That's where you will find the correct accent. You will see the vowel that is underlined there to show you exactly the syllable that is stressed. Now, with all this having been said, I think we are clear to go and have a glimpse of the verb to be that I'm sure you already know somehow. You seem like already knowing a lot of this. You are really good as I hear so far. So let's go and take a look at the verb to be. Okay. Before we start with the verb to be, we have to see the personal pronoun, okay? So the personal pronoun, personal pronoun as in română e pronume persoană. So then we're going to see the persons that we are going to use for each of the conjugations. So we have this one now. Yeah. This one is a bit softer. So when you read el, it's actually yel. It's a bit soft. Now yel. I don't really say el like that. Okay, so you've got an amount of softness before yel. Yel. You will hear people saying yo. Okay, I do not recommend this. Do not use this in written language. You can use it in spoken language. Okay, yo also means eu. No? But this is only for very informal spoken language. Now we don't talk like that. We have you.
It's a villager.
Okay, the next one is.
This is like a smart language used in the street mostly. I hear this one most of the time. Yo.
Yes, it's like day to day, not only in the street. Very colloquial in the family. Yeah. Eu fac asta, nu știu de ce, I don't know exactly why, but it's eu fac asta, eu merg, eu spun, blah, 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 and it's very somehow, you will see that Romanians are also accompanying this yo with gestures in some cases, like yo, and somehow beating their chest with their palm. Anyways, let's go to the next one. Two. Two is two, super simple, done. So I will also have to write the translation now. So I've got I, and here I've got you. Here is you singular, not two, just one person. You, the one I'm talking to, just one in front of me. And then we have again, the way I'm reading this is with a soft amount of I. It's gonna be yel. Yel.
L means for
Yell.
Yel is he.
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 Now, so here we have masculine singular. Okay. And then we have ya.
Yeah.
yeah.
And here I might hear saying ya. No, ya.
Yeah.
Okay. And here we have she. And this is feminine singular. And then we have the easiest one. I think everyone knows.
Noi,
Noi.
We.
Noi.
We.
We.
noi, we.
And then we have
Boy.
boy.
The boy.
And this is you, but this is you as a group.
A group
You
of plural.
plural.
Us.
You, all of you,
Plural.
in front of me. Plural.
Us,
Exact.
us.
Exact. And then we have something that I assume that you know. And it's this one. I will write it like this.
Domina vostra.
Exact. And you will find it
Formal.
written like this in short way. DBS. Dumneavoastră. And you remember that this one is formal.
Formal.
It's formal you singular and plural, which means that I can use it for you, just one person in front of me, or you as all of you. Right now that we don't know each other, for me, all of you are dumneavoastră. I don't know you, so I do respect you. Okay, if I talk to you, I'm going to use dumneavoastră. It's important to use dumneavoastră in Romanian language. I do believe that we are polite. So if you don't know a person, especially if it's an elder person, or definitely if it's a boss, or I don't know, even if it's the seller from Mega Image, it would be nice for you to just talk with this polite plural and use dumneavoastră.
Yeah,
Okay.
they like to use this word every time, especially when you're buying. And you
Well,
don't
no, I'm not talking about this. You will see that Romanian language is skipping the subject anyway. So you will need dumneavoastră so that you know that you've got a second plural, which means that instead of te rog, you're going to use
Vă rog.
Exact. Instead of merge, you're going to say merges. And you are going to know that this is like void. You
Da.
will see this is conjugated exactly like void. But it's important to know dumneavoastră, right? This is the formal way. And no, you don't have to say it every time because you will see the subject is skipped. So, for example, I don't really say eu sunt Elena. I can just say sunt Elena. Okay, someone is speaking and I cannot hear.
Can you please help? Yes, in Bucharest.
Okay, so can you please close your microphone if you are talking to someone else because I'm hearing other things. Okay, good. Okay. Let's see. I was trying to find who's talking so that I could mute the microphone, but it's impossible for me to see who's speaking. Anyways, I'll go back to what I was doing before. So I was
Okay, so
telling you.
when can I get?
Never mind.
Speak.
So yeah.
Who's that P?
Can someone mute your mic if you are
PP.
talking to someone because we don't understand the teacher, please?
Okay.
I advise you to mute all. I advise to mute all now, and when you can make it again unmute when we participate.
Okay. Anyways, let's go back because we don't have that much time left. So I've got yay,
Yay.
and here again it's the same situation with a in front of it. Yay. I don't say a like that.
Yay.
Soften it somehow when I say yay. And this is they. And this
They.
is for masculine plural.
Mm.
And I also have yellow.
Yellow.
And this is as well they.
They.
But this is for feminine plural. Okay, so maybe let's repeat this. Yell.
Yell.
Two.
Yell.
Two.
Two.
Yell.
Yell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noi.
Noi.
Dumnya
Dumna
Vastra.
vostra.
Dumna Vastra.
Dumna Vostra.
Very well.
Yay.
Yell.
Yelle.
Very well, good job. Okay, very well. Now let's see the verb to be. Okay, so if I want to say I am, I say yell,
Eu sunt.
yell,
Jag
and if I want to say you are, and it's singular
Tu
you,
ești.
it's going to be tu,
Ești.
Yes.
tu ești. And you see here, it's happening exactly what I was telling you before. The fact that I've got a consonant here and I've got this final I here, exactly. I never say tu ești. Da, nu există, nu merge, da? I will say tu ești.
Or half.
Tu
Yeah.
yes, is that half muted thing, tu ești.
Yes.
Exact. And then I have he is, which will be
El
yes.
este.
Yes, then
El
in this case we
este.
also have a short form.
El
Yen,
ești.
ye.
El ești.
Yen, este, yen, ye. So, este long form, ye short form. There is no difference
Yeah.
between este long form and a short form. They are
Mhm.
both okay in both written, spoken, formal, informal, friendly, whatever language. Okay, what about she is? In this case, we have ya,
Este.
yes, and
Ja, yes.
and obviously exactly the
Yeah,
same.
yeah.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
And then we go to we
We are.
are, which
No.
will be noi,
Some.
suntem,
Then.
exact. And
Voi.
then you are, plural
Sunteți.
you,
Voi
to
sunteți.
be exactly voi sunteți. And we have they are masculine, which is
Right.
Yeah, este.
Actually, I would like to
Yes.
get an appointment
they
for a family doctor.
and they are feminine,
There is any available?
Yes.
going to be
Yeah, son.
Yeah, according to her, and so I want to register.
Now, what happens if I want to?
Family doctor.
What happens if I need a negative form here and I want to say I am not?
Actually, I have a.
Eu nu sunt.
So this is something
Eu
we're
nu
going
sunt.
to learn next time more. We are going to practice. So when we start next time class, we're going to revise everything we had so far. Can you please mute your microphones because I'm hearing a lot of
No, I
sounds
don't
in
have.
my mouth. I'm also
Okay.
hearing you.
I have to check in
This
my
is yours.
hostel.
I think it's
Kumar,
P.
please mute your phone,
I just
your
recently
speaker.
Okay.
and I got this.
It's Kumar. He said his name to the lady. He's
Da.
on the phone.
Yes, I have a CNP.
Can you
Okay,
mute,
thank you,
please?
guys. So, I was telling you the next time we are going to revise a little bit the sounds that we've had so far. So we're going to practice together reading some difficult words like again înghețată and chocolată and încântată and a lot of words that might be a bit tricky when you say them. And then we are going to start practicing a little bit the verb to be. So we're going to play with eu sunt acasă, eu sunt în oraș, eu sunt la restaurant, eu nu sunt la școală, unde ești, ce faci. So we're going to play a little bit with the verb to be while revising this. We're going to go step by step. You seem to me that you are knowing already some of these things, but we have to have a clear and a very healthy
okay, sorry. I'll tell you.
Hello?
Can you remove him?
Excuse me.
Can you remove him?
Okay, I will.
Can you mute Praveen?
Can you remove him?
Next time, I would be super grateful if you kept your microphones muted, the ones who are talking. I'm super extra happy if you read with me and if you say a lot of things with me. But if you are just not muting your microphones when you're talking to other people, it's a crime. Okay, you're killing all of us because we're trying to pay attention here. Okay, good. Now someone has a hand here. You can ask me.
Elena.
Yes, ask me.
Elena, I think you are able as a
Okay,
person.
and is she able to like read about the new patients for family
My
doctor?
God.
I will check. I will check something I can mute them. I will check.
Mute Praveen. He is making the noise.
I will check for next
Okay,
time how
yeah,
to
then
mute it because
can you please get an appointment for
Praveen, he is guest unverified.
Is Praveen, is Praveen.
the name is Praveen. Yes, I might do that, but it's very hard for me to focus as well because as I have the shared screen, I cannot see what happens with all of you. So I will see if I can grant access to one of you so that the person should help me with muting the microphones because I cannot cope with both muting the
I think,
microphones and try to teach you
Praveen.
something. We'll see.
I think it's better next time before we start. You can request them to mute
yeah,
all
and
the
if the
mic. Because
yeah,
now
that's it. Like
we are learning, but it's a little bit
you'll
difficult
be able to
because of
register
some.
for
See,
the
until now he's
clarification, right?
talking. He should mute his
Praveen,
phone.
Praveen, if you are
If they
available,
are not
please mute the mic,
interested,
please.
they can leave.
Okay, okay.
Because we are interested to learn.
All right, thank you. Can you please tell her name once again?
Or if you press on the people.
Okay, I'll stop here and I'll see what I can do to solve this
Yeah.
next time anyways. Thank you for
Don't know,
attending
I
today,
live
and
differently, so
Thank you so much.
I will stop here.
Mulțumesc, mulțumesc.
For your time and how you have
Okay.
been good for us and we are learning.
Seara bună.
Arrivederci, Elena. Mulțumesc, mulțumesc.
Seara făcută.
Seara bună.
Arrivederci.
Okay.
Sa bahay ano. Lagos Pito. Done. Dah.
Tu. Ce faci tu?
Nimic.
Ah,
Nimic.
am crezut că e plecată.
Mm.
Mi-e dor de tine, tu. Nu te-am văzut asta.
Nu? Da.
Me. She did my hair also.
Da.
She color and cut. And I do also for the lady. Red.
Mhm.
Doing red pearl.
Da. Da. Foarte bine. Foarte bine.
E bine?
Da.
Dai bani.
Da, da.
Bani. Da.
E bine atunci. Foarte bine atunci. La baie, la caca.